Hello everyone. So the next thing to talk about when you're talking about heart rate is exercise heart rate. And to be able to understand that, we need to understand a few terms and things like that. So the first term is your maximum heart rate. That is a number you never want to hit, period. You never want to hit that number. That is found by taking 220 and subtracting your age, period. That's all you do. It's pretty simple. Then you have your heart rate reserve, and that you take your maximum heart rate and you subtract your resting heart rate, and you get your heart rate reserve. So if you take your heart rate in the morning by yourself, you can get a number, maybe give yourself a couple of more points or things like that. Let it go just slightly above, or keep it at there just to be safe. That's up to you. So there's a few more things. Intensity, that's how hard you work. It is recommended that you exercise at moderate to vigorous intensity. Moderate intensity, you're going to exercise for longer than vigorous. If you don't have a lot of time and you have the capacity to do so, physically, things like that, you can exercise about half the time at vigorous activity than at moderate activity to get many of the same results. So vigorous activity level is actually better for many people because of that. Because it cuts down the amount of time you need to spend exercising to get the best results. 10 minutes at vigorous 3 times a day is equal to an hour of moderate exercise about once a day. So when you take that into consideration, and we're told that we need to exercise for an hour 3 times a week, if you can cut that down, even 3 times a week, 10 minutes a day, or 6 times a week, 10 minutes a day at your vigorous, it's obviously going to be a lot easier to hit. And you're actually going to be in better health by doing that. So that's something to be aware of. So how do you figure out the moderate and vigorous? You take your heart rate reserve that you figured out by subtracting your resting heart rate from your maximum heart rate. And you times, for moderate, you times it by 0.5 and then by 0.7. The reason you do that is there's a range. And that'll give you the range, your target range for moderate heart rate. Vigorous heart rate is 0.7 to 0.85. What those equate to in percentages is 50 to 70% is moderate heart rate, and 70 to 85% is vigorous heart rate exercise. And you can use that to be able to gauge how hard you're working and how hard your body's working. Obviously, if you wake up, you're really sick, and your body's giving you a vigorous heart rate without doing anything, something's wrong. And you should get it checked out. But it's very helpful. The best thing is to be able to stay in shape and to keep your heart rate going, heart in good shape, different things like that. So I hope that helps understand how to figure that out and what is good and not good. Obviously, there's a range in there between resting and exercise. That's your normal everyday things that you do. So in the next video, I'm going to go into things that are considered exercise, because there was some questions about that. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.